Japanese anime song. I love anime, so this is a song from one of my favorite shows that I've watched over the years, Fruits Basket. There's two versions. There's a 2019 version, and then I think the second version came out in 2021. There's this beautiful, like, soulful, heart-touching scene, and one of them, and this song just took it over the top. Like, I advocate for that show. It's so real. I mean, it's sweet, it's funny, but it has a lot of realness, like in things that you can actually relate to emotionally, mentally in real life. So, anywho, we're gonna change that up. So I'm going to do another live session. Do another live clearing. Just put on some different music for the background. And I just finished doing some work for one of my classmates, some energy work. So I am figured I'll go ahead and jump on now. Okay. We're gonna do another SRT today. I got some different cards today. I'm still do self-care, but I pulled a couple other decks that I might use too. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I was like, maybe I'll do some Reiki today. I don't know. I did some Reiki earlier for my classmate. I was doing a guided meditation for her with some Reiki, but we're going to do SRT for now for this. Okay, and since I did not do my prep, you can watch me do my own prep really quick since we're on live. I'm not going to explain the whole process or anything like that. I'm just letting you kind of see my own prep that we were taught to do. That's part of it. All right, Spirit and I are one. We work as a team. We'll please do a prep to work. Actually, I'm going to watch Fruits Basket now. Thank you. How many souls in the body for me? Okay. What about how many members in the High Self Committee? 1. Okay. And how many links of communication between the soul and High Self, or Spirit, High Self? 1. What about the High Self and Spirit? 1. Okay. And how strong is that connection? 100. Thank you. What level is my High Self sitting at? And again, our prep to work is all about us getting in the right energetic space and making sure that we're grounded in, connected, ready, protected to go. And what percentage of assimilation am I at the SRT system? 100%. What level of ego am I working at? 2. Okay, awesome. Making sure. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. It's different sometimes when you doing it on, just making sure. Nope. All right. And who am I working with? Okay. To confirm, is that my High Self? Yes, thank you. All right. So do you understand the intention for today is to do this live for any and all who will watch this? Yes. Okay. Can you please connect me into their high selves? Thank you. Are we fully connected? Do they also understand the intention? Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. A little behind the scenes. Oh, let me adjust this. Let me actually unplug this. trying to. I need to move some stuff off this table. Probably do that in a little bit. Okay. All right. Where are we going today? And again, the intention is to do a nice clearing, but we're not doing research. We're not going in depth as if a personal clearing because we do not want to overwhelm anyone. So let's keep that in mind. Ourselves. Okay. Is that 24? Rebirth the conscious? No. Is that spirit? Yes. Okay. Do. Da, 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 da. Are we going into the fans? Yes. Is it the inside? No. Is it the outside of the fans we're going into? The clear and concise answers. Yes. Okay. All right. Where are we going? Forgiveness. I'm hearing, and this is a strong thing for forgiveness. Really hearing someone has a grudge. It feels almost like a relationship type thing, and not like a typical relationship like my partner hurt me, which it does. It feels like almost like, not to get into too much detail, but it feels almost like someone's friend took their partner or stole their partner or kind of tried to worm their way into to get their partner, or something around relationships and a partner and them like maybe being unfaithful, cheating with someone close to them, or that person close to them, like a friend, family member, tried to tried to kind of worm their way in to get with their partner. It feels like some type of dynamic like that, and you're holding on to it. Is that accurate? Yes. Okay. Are they still with this person? Yes, they chose to forgive them and move on, which they said, but they did not fully move on. Okay. So are they really desiring to stay with this person? Well, you know what? We're not gonna do all that research. It's more of a personal thing. I don't want to put everybody information on blast. So let's just are we able to clear and transmute some of these blocks? Yes, okay. So ourselves, can we clear and transmute all blocks towards forgiveness for this person and their partnership? Just within their being and their heart, their spirit, for however long they choose to be with this person, whether it is lifelong, whether it's for a short amount of time. Even if somebody is also related to this, that is relating to this, that is not with that person or in that situation anymore. Thank you. Is that complete? Yes. Okay, I'm feeling like downloading, but first let's see where we're at now. For the same person and thing, can we see where we're at on the fan now? Okay, so we moved down to wholeness. That's good. So you cleared a nice amount of energy. Are we able to clear some more for wholeness? No, not right now. Okay. So, well, will that hold? It will. Will it hold for at least a month? No. Are we able to clear it where it will hold for a little bit longer? Yes. Okay. So can we do some more clearing and transmuting where these shifts will hold a little bit longer? I'm seeing someone, it feels like almost like they're that is possibly still with this person. They act out in anger sometimes, like maybe they yell at their partner, they have outbursts that it's not really about the thing that they're mad about. It's really going back to this situation that happened that they have not fully forgiven this person for, even though they said they are. I'm hearing speak your truth, that you really need to sit down and have a conversation, but first maybe even have a conversation with yourself. Really make Really be honest with yourself. Are you truly going to be able to move forward with this person? Are you going to truly be able to be in a space where you can forgive your partner for what they did in the past? Or is it kind of like you're just kind of beating a dead horse when you constantly go off on them? Or are you trying to punish them? And I'm feeling like the partner is frustrated, but they are kind of allowing you to kind of get some of this off because they know they did wrong, because they have some things also to work through. Um, but it's going to be a time where that's going to stop. That's not going to be allowed. And you're kind of going to be here alone in your own energy, because they're not, it's going to come to a point where you're not going to be allowed from them to keep taking it out on them, where you're going to need to make a decision. So Spirit is inviting you to really start to look at that now. What needs to shift for you? If you choose to stay in this relationship, if you don't, I'm not saying either way. It's really just coming through as a question. And then also just letting you know, for your own sanity and health and well-being, something needs to shift. Something needs to change, basically. I hope that didn't interrupt. Let me put my phone on don't disturb so I don't get any messages like that. There we go. So yes, all right. Will that hold? Yes, but it feels, even the way it's shaking, it feels trembly. Um, it really depends on the person who this is for, honestly, if these shifts will hold. Um, I heard journaling, but yeah, you need to get your truth out. Don't just hold it in your body. Don't just hold it in your mind. And then the outburst, it's not really getting it out. Um, if you need support, like a support group, if you need a therapist, um, if you do get to that point where you're ready and able to have a genuine, honest, vulnerable conversation with your partner, and I'm just hearing even the person who did you wrong, like if it was like a friend or a family member, if that's also somebody who's in your life or you would like in your life, however, everybody's situation is different. Um, it's nothing wrong with vulnerability. Let's download a deeper sense of discernment and honor your truth for this person. Or people this is for. So it could be multiple, but I'm keep picking up for a particular person. Yeah, can we just download deeper level of discernment, authenticity, and honoring your truth in your heart? There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable with others, and speaking your truth can feel very vulnerable, especially this feels like a masculine, a guy. Um, I know kind of we're at a time and a place where it hasn't fully been safe for masculines to really be vulnerable as much in the world in generations. And so guys are kind of really starting to, over the last generation or so, to really be more open and vulnerable. Most. There are some that have been, but for the most sense collectively, men haven't been allowed to cry, to express sadness, to vulnerability in a healthy way, in a lot of spaces. But it's starting to become more spaces available. There are even men groups that are very supportive of each other emotionally, mentally. So yeah, just really figure out what support you need, but also getting it out of your head. Even if you start with a journal, even if maybe you need to get one and put it somewhere, or one that has a lock or something, if it makes you feel safe, or figure out some type of way to get your thoughts out. You could even like do voice recordings on your phone, and like I'm sure there are some apps you can password protect to lock them so nobody can access them if they get it just to go on your phone, where you can really get out how you feel. What I used to do sometimes when I would journal, I still do it sometimes, but um I would really like put the intention out there, like literally saying this intention. This is not energy I'm trying to put out towards this person. This is literally for a safe space for me to get out how I feel, even the deepest, darkest, heaviest emotions. So if it was somebody I was really pissed off about, I would allow myself to write exactly what is coming up, even if it's cursing that person out, even if it's mad or whatever. And then because it's like water, like a pot boiling over. if you have all of these energies, all of these emotions that start to build up and build up and build up, eventually you're going to explode. And if you've been kind of like bursting out in fits of anger and it continues, it's something that is not being acknowledged within yourself for it to continue to happen, or for even you to feel so consumed by this anger or pain or hurt or whatever that needs to be acknowledged. And it's going to continue to happen until you really look at the cause, or you figure out some type of way to really regulate yourself. So like what I said is, like, when I would write the deepest, like, angriest emotions that was on the surface, that sometimes they were so intense that they clouded everything else mentally, it's like taking off the pressure. So it's like a pot that's about to boil over. You literally open the pot slowly, let some of the steam out, and now you can see things more clearly. So figure out safe ways to do that, so that way you can get that initial heavy charge off and out of you. So that way things can start to come in more clearly. You can have more clarity. So yeah, you're just being invited to yeah, to take, basically let some of the steam out in a healthy, positive way. Not taking it out on anyone else, not even taking it out on yourself through self sabotage, harm, or anything else. Let me throw this out there, a quick disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional or financial or anything like that professional. These are simply invitations and suggestions. Use your own discernment and sovereignty to decide what is right for you. Even as I'm speaking about this, this is not any type of vindication. You need to end this. You need to stay with this person. These are things that are just coming up for you to think about and then decide your best way forward for you in your life. And that's for anyone. So, let's see. Anything else for this? Okay, it's a little bit of a mixed message. Okay. Are you saying too much junk food or like nourishing food? To do it in moderation. Okay. So, um, not suggesting this as a vice. And so as basically a way to escape. It's coming through, not necessarily junk food. Um, like some people have certain foods and meals that really nourish them, or it make them feel like, remind them of childhood or a happier time. There's an invitation to explore utilizing, like, to maybe have that like once a week or something, or a month, to go out. However you figure it, whether it's at home you're making it, or maybe okay, now I'm seeing the other person come through. Okay, so maybe it's a meal that you have with your partner that you all really enjoy, that is brings back like happier times and moments, whether it's the beginning of your relationship, just when things are sweeter, possibly, or even it feels like maybe you will possibly have like a tradition of dinner nights. Um, it feels like that, but also maybe too, they cook the special meal or you cook the special meal for them. I don't know. Something around that, but something around food and meals that brings back happier times, that nourishes the soul for you and your partner. So there's a two-part invitation. There's an invitation that if you had something like that together, to maybe try to bring that back in, even if initially it doesn't, you don't feel the same spark or energy, or come in, to maybe give it a chance. Try it like weekly or monthly, however often you did it, and try it consecutively for a couple times or so, just to allow the energy to shift and see what happens. And there's possibly an invitation for you to if you have something that reminds you of like childhood or someone, or if you have like a family member, a parent or a guardian, or just a family member that makes this really amazing meal that you really love, is one of your favorites, maybe ask them to make that for you, or to go over there and enjoy it with them, like to have some time to connect. Something around that. Just yeah, it's kind of multiple layers to that, but something around food and happy memories. Um, So yeah, I'll trust that you know what that is for, or if not, that it'll come through. Um, okay, I'm seeing someone jogging, and my eyes are being grabbed to one of these words on here, injustice. Um, did you ever like, even if you spoke out of anger towards your partner or whoever or the other person who did you wrong, did you ever truly, which is kind of going back to what I was saying, being vulnerable, did you ever truly acknowledge how this wasn't like justified, like how um much you felt, like how hurt you felt, um and maybe you was a partner that um you gave a lot to your relationship, to your partner, and maybe you worked a lot. I don't know the full circumstance, but it feels like there's some type of imbalance and injustice that you never fully acknowledged how it was injustice to you. um So yeah, there is a invitation to truly acknowledge the injustice, not just like speak out of anger or pain, but like really say like this wasn't right. Um, the way I've been there for you, supported you, blah blah blah. And when I say this, I'm going to be very honest too. Sometimes some people feel like they were, and does not justify this action at all from this other person. And I'm also saying sometimes we feel like we have done a lot, but in actuality, there were some things that we were missing out on from our partner. Maybe we weren't listening to our partner, we weren't hearing them, honoring their needs. So again, do not take this as me justifying this. Um, but it's also coming in for, it's a lot of self-reflection is coming in basically for whoever this person is for, to really look at a lot of things in your life and to see how you are truly showing up in your relationship for your partner. um, and was it, and when you were showing up, was it how you thought you should show up, or were you truly showing up in the way that your partner needed? Because those are two different things. Sometimes like traditionally with a lot of masculines in partnerships, sometimes they feel like just like working a lot and bringing in the money, and where their partner doesn't have to pay bills, that's more than enough, when in actuality your partner needs emotional support, mental support. They need you to be there for you all to connect and have time to do that. And then I feel like it also could possibly be vice versa, but to just really look at the ways you showed up and say like love languages. We have different types of love languages. Like some people, they are shown love by, or they show love just like they need it by words of affirmation. Some people's physical touch, sometimes it's quality time. Maybe your two love languages or even communication styles are so different, and you are always doing it based on you versus like really paying attention to them and asking them what's their style, or just even knowing based on how long you've been together and paying attention. So maybe they have been feeling like they haven't got what they needed to. Um, Either way, like I said, we're not justifying that beat. We're not justifying that. There are different circumstances, but again, I don't know the situation. I don't know, you know, I don't know. So just a lot of self-reflections coming through. And I feel like if maybe you did something in the past too, to really look at that too. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, because yeah, we can get kind of into a lot of terrain with that. That's more of a personal type session. Okay. Let's see. Anything else on this page? Okay, is that wisdom? Is that for the same person? No, this is someone else. Okay. Oh, okay. Feels like maybe someone is stuck in their ways. Maybe they have so much wisdom and life experience, um, and they're not allowing themselves to be open. Um, so wisdom is great. Let's just kind of clear some blocks around a healthy form of wisdom. Clear and transmute. Do you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Feels like the cable guy. I haven't seen that movie in years. Or like the Truman Show. Are we complete? No. Where else are we going? Love of self. What about love of self? Okay, we just need to download new aspects for loving self. Okay, now I don't feel like I'm focused. It's one person. Now this feels like a general energy for the group. Let's download healthier forms of love of self. Mm-hmm. Do you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Okay, now I know why that song keeps coming up. Love of self, that makes sense. Okay, there's a message, an invitation to focus for whoever this is for, going back to the person originally with the relationship that was done wrong, feels like now. Anybody, but specifically them, is to maybe turn your attention inward, to really start to focus on loving yourself more, giving more energy into yourself, nourishing yourself. Um, Yeah, because we're not always going to get what we need. Most of the times we don't in the way that we truly need it from another person. A lot of times we really have to start with ourselves. And there's an invitation to really go deeper into a journey of self-love, to see yourself, to acknowledge your own pain, and to say that this is valid for me, and to really give yourself what it is you need. Maybe in fits of anger, you've been trying to reach out to get something specifically, and it could be validation for what happened. Maybe you don't feel like this person truly meant it or truly has validated it. But like I said, have you truly acknowledged it, not just in anger or anything, but have you truly acknowledged the pain, the injustice? And if not, like I said, you can't do it with them, but it's coming through too, to start with yourself, to really look at how you show up for yourself. Now that feels complete. Are we complete for yes? Let's chart. Where are we going? Is that chart 20? Yeah. Finding consciousness. Where are we going? Conscious, subconscious, all DNA chromosomes, paths, compartments, and levels at all levels of consciousness. All right, is that it? Hidden programs at God levels. Anything else? Lessons to accomplish before moving on, working with one. Anything else? Additional programs type 1 and 2 at the 1 level. All right, anything else? No. Okay. Will please clear and transmute any and all programs and parts that need to be cleared, transmuted, released, upgraded for those selected, please and thank you. And apply any and all necessary healing. This is more like higher realm consciousness for this chart. I might in the future like slowly go through some of these chart pages more, but for now we're just focusing on the clearings and whatever channels through. Okay, is that complete? Anything else for this chart? No. Anywhere else? Is that Siamese souls? Yes, okay. Can we please clear and transmute in all Siamese souls for those that will see this? Siamese souls is kind of like extra souls that may be kind of in your field, maybe possibly attached to you. I'm just gonna clear that. Kind of clear your field of any excess energies, souls. Sometimes the soul, especially for Siamese, can feel almost like an identical soul, which means it can definitely kind of be harder to kind of notice because it feels almost like yours. Do you want somebody to love? Oh, you need somebody to love. As I'm singing this song, I'm literally saying a finger point to like, yes, love yourself. You better find somebody to love. All right, is that complete? All right, is that complete? Will it hold? No. Okay. Why won't it hold? There's an attachment to old ways of being, what feels comfortable, what feels familiar. Okay. Can we also clear what we can without research? Certain blocks around actually willingness to change. How about that? I think that feels good. Willingness to change, please and thank you for those that this applies to. Mm. Thank you. Is that complete? Yes. Will that hold? Mm-mm. Deeper work is needed. Okay. Will it hold for at least a week? It will. What about a month? Will it hold for at least a month? No. What's the invitation here? There's no other invitation other than what was said. Okay. So, yeah, it really comes down to going within self and doing self inquiry and doing some deeper work. Yeah. There's only so much we can shift and move energetically because we are having human experiences. So sometimes we need action to allow more shifts to happen. So physical action is being called like self-inquiry, self-love, making the choice to shift and change. We've moved a little energy, but it's not going to hold unless you really, you really make a choice and decide to do things a different way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that two? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna look at certain soul qualities and or things. All right, inside the, outside the fan, in the fan, or both. Where are we going? It feels like you want to go over, but just to confirm, is that both? No, is that outside the fan? I don't remember what I said my choices were. Is that outside the fan? Yes. Okay. Or which one was which? I mean. Okay. So where are we going outside of the fan? And when I say fan, it's just the way the charts are made up. Like literally, they look like fans. So we have information inside of them and outside of them. Okay. So where are we going outside of the fan? Whoop. Mhm. All right, we have stopped on sexual relationships and sex. All right, sexual relationships, sex, or both in the middle. Sex itself. Well, automatically, I was thinking about retention. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, I'm seeing the image of two people together, but it's showing how the energies, how sometimes you can get so caught up with the person, like you can get so connected, and energy can get so entangled where you're kind of stuck together, even after the physical act is done, even physically are done, separated. How two people are still stuck together. So there's an invitation to possibly think about if abstaining for a while. Feel like this person might have multiple partners, to maybe, as they say, unplug for a while, to really get back into your own energy. Yeah, there's an invitation to unplug for a bit and give yourself a chance to get to know yourself more and tap into your own energy to see what your energy is made of, your mental, emotional state, all of that, because things are cloudy. Things are getting cloudy and confused. It's actually taken me back to a memory as an example of someone that I was involved with some years ago. And I started to notice that I was only with them like a few times in that sense of the word. I had known them like, it doesn't matter, that is whoever. But I had been knowing them for a while for other things, and then I decided to do that with them. And I started to notice my mind started to become so foggy and like clouded, and so much so where it started to feel like I was starting to obsess about them, like constantly thinking about them, constantly wanting to see them. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because it's just like that's not always a thing. Like, of course, you start to feel that connection hormone with people, but this was like almost like obsession type energy. And I'm like, so I did clearings, like I did my own cord cuttings, salt baths, clearings, and I noticed it wasn't going away. And because at first I didn't notice it after the first time we were together. So maybe after the second or third time I started, I'm like, what is going on? And then I would see them for other stuff too that was not in that sense. It was more for just other more platonic stuff. And I just noticed that it just came, like I worked with my plant medicine, did my grounding and clearing, I did my cord cut, like, and it's like it's still there. So it finally came to me that, well, for one, I had to stop dealing with them, period, in whatever sense of the word, just because I needed that space because it had became too much of a connection and attachment. But what also came through when I took that step and I got involved with them, I was pulling in all the other energies from people that they had dealt with because they weren't, um, they didn't, I guess, have the same beliefs or spirituality or practices that I did. So as far as like clearing their energy and field, and in their profession, they dealt with people on the regular. So they're always in other people's energy and space. So, but this felt like multiple past people that they had been with in that way, sexually, was in their field, and even like in a sense trying to pull them back to them. So I was getting all of that. I'm like, no. So I basically had to, respectfully with love, for one, not go there with them again in that way, but also not be around them again for a while. It wasn't anything negative though. It wasn't like a negative ending or anything like that. It was just like me acknowledging it. And then I told them what was coming up because they knew kind of more in the realm that I deal with and told them that, yeah, you got this stuff kind of going on for you in your field. I gave them a few things they could use if they ever use it, to help kind of clear their field and blah blah. And that. And then that quickly dissipated, that energy, that obsessive stuff. Because I'm just like, no, So anyway, that example came up to kind of give an example of sometimes when we're involved with someone, for one, you got their energy, but also you picking up on the other people in their field or people that they have dealt with that maybe they have not cleared. Or let's be honest, sometimes people do work to try to bring someone back to them, like candle magic and work, which I do too. I have not used it in that sense to try to like get a specific person to come back to me or anything like that, just because I feel like, um, you don't know what you're really getting when you do that. And I also would want someone that wants that wants to deal with me, that wants to be with me, not where I kind of have to force it or try to entice them back. I just personally don't believe in that. It's nothing wrong with it. I've known people that do. I just feel like you're signing up for more than you realize. That's how sometimes people do workings to try to get people, and then they end up being obsessed with them. So much so it could become fatal. So, no, I'm good on all that. So, anyway, the point is for someone, they're just being called to unplug. It's messing with your thoughts, it's messing with your mental and emotional state, your energetic field. You might be dealing with like accidents. It feels like missteps, accidents. It could be something as simple as stumping your toe a lot, but it also could be a lot of like drama that happens outside, when you're kind of out too, more than necessary because of the energy that you got going on in your field. So anyway, that is that. I'm saying church. I just heard like church. I'm hearing a church saying, this particular person, maybe you have like cultural, religious, spiritual roots. Maybe it might be nice for you to explore as a way to help shift things, to help. It's not really a void, but it could be a void by you choosing to be with different people. Don't necessarily have to be, but it could be. Um, there's an invitation, something around cultural roots, spirit, church, gatherings, congregation, something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but something to explore that maybe instead, and like really take some time to unplug. So, yes. Anything else in this chart? Nope. Back to the same thing. Okay. Or wait, sexual relationships. Is that? Oh, same thing. Okay. Just want to make sure. Anything else? Is that soul family? Yes. Okay. Okay. So can we please clear and transmute any and all blocks that whoever this is for, their soul family is ready to clear. Soul family comes up when someone in your spiritual team, it could be someone that you are connect, like say if you have like a really good friend or family member, you're just close, like this is my fam to the end. Like y'all just have this uncanny spiritual connection, like kindred spirits, as they say. It could be that, or it could even be someone on the other realm that is part of your spirit team, your spiritual family that moves with you throughout your journeys. But they're more in the spiritual realm right now. But someone in your field, for whoever this is for, is asking to be cleared. They're ready to shift some stuff. So that's when that comes up. So we're just kind of clearing those things for them now, in which case can also benefit and support you too. Mm-hmm. I'm getting hungry. I haven't ate today. Okay. Anything else? I got up a little late. Well, I was up late, so I went to sleep late. So as soon as I got up, I got me the drink to kind of ground myself, and then I had to, like I said, do something for my classmate. In this training, I just did like a meditation and other things for this thing we're doing. So, okay, was that chart 5? No, was that hold on. Soul programs. Mm-hmm. Wait, am I looking at the right thing? Yes. Okay. Are we clearing? No, we're downloading. Okay, so can we download whatever is necessary and needed? Oh. I'm feeling like we're gonna start closing soon too. Feels like. And let me know when complete. I feel called to this chart. Is this accurate? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're on the final forgiveness chart. Where are we going? The cross checklist. Okay. Oh, I just felt some energy move. Okay, cross checklist. We're going to another chart now with our checklist. Where are we going? Neurocranial restructuring. Okay. 1 second. Can we go ahead? Well, hold on. I'm assuming since it came up, we should. Or is it good to go ahead and do this restructuring? Yes. Okay. So can we go ahead and apply neurocranial restructuring? Restructuring is basically like where it's basically like shifts that start to happen in the mental state, the brain state, that we can apply. There's a different type of structuring for this too. There are different types. There's one that we can just apply. There's another one we kind of have to go through a whole little process to do. Okay. I'm feeling like, is there an invitation to actually do the more intense? Okay. So there's also an invitation. We did a little bit of restructuring. There's also an invitation to go through the more intense one that requires an actual personal session. I'm not doing those yet. I will post. Honestly, since I've started doing this, I probably need to just go ahead and put the sessions out there. So I will be offering sessions, but there's also people that also do SRT sessions too. Everybody is different what type of sessions they do in sessions. The structuring session is different than a standard SRT clearing. It's a whole separate process. So I will probably be offering that soon. But if you look online for SRT, one person who does SRT sessions also is called Caroline Cousins. She's actually one of the first people because I've been working with SRT for some years now. Her and one other person, but they don't do YouTube stuff or anything like that. I don't even know if they do personal sessions. Well, no, she does. I think I have to check. But Caroline Cousins on YouTube, she has so many SRT videos too. She does packages. She doesn't do single sessions anymore. She does packages for SRT. I don't know if it has structuring in it though. I think it might, because I'm also going to be doing some packages and single one-off sessions too. So yeah, but anyway, there's an invitation to do a deep dive session with me or whoever else for restructuring some beliefs for whoever this is for. I trust you know, let it be aligned, whatever point in time and space when you see this. So, all right. Anything else from this chart? No. Let's clear it. Was that invitation for just one person? Yes, for one person out of whoever be watching this. So, all right. I'm hearing it's about time to mop up soon. Okay. Anything else lasting? Is that chart 24? I'm so hungry. Give me something to eat as soon as I finish this. And I got other work to do. Okay, where are we going? Emotional reinforcement. This came up last night, not this particular one, but this Rebirth Conscious Mind is about vows sometimes, known vows and hidden vows that we make in this life or others. So, emotional reinforcement. Do we have anything around what that's around? Feels like it has to do around um, relationships, sex, even food. So, like forms of gratification. Can we just clear and transmute that for whoever this applies to? So, as I mentioned, if you didn't see the one I put last night, there are different like degrees and depths to which a vow or something can become solidified within your being. It starts simple as a vow, like I'm going to do this or whatever the case may be, and then it becomes a goal, and then the goal becomes reinforced with thoughts. So you start to think like that, and then obsession and memories and commitment. So it becomes something super simple to all the way down to solidified pattern within your being. Through your actions, your energy, your thoughts, everything. It just becomes so deeply ingrained within you. And that's the deepest level. This one is emotional reinforcement. So it's still on the other side. It's like halfway to the end. Is that complete? Okay. For the same person or thing, where are we at now on the chart? Okay, we're all the way down to vow. So, will that hold? Yes. Will it hold for at least a month? No. What about a week? No. Mm, does a part of this person truly not want to change? Yes. Um, is it because it's comfortable? Is there a fear of the unknown? Okay. Is there anything else that we can clear to help this hold at least a little bit? Mm-hmm. Okay. Can we go ahead and clear and transmute that, please? Thank you. And then apply. I'm hearing. Allow that healing to be applied. Love in other ways. Okay. So you might start to notice, whoever this is for, that other ways start to come in, whether it's through a person, like acts of kindness, or other things that just feel loving. Start to come in as a way to help you to slowly shift these things. Okay. Will that hold? Not until they shift. Oh, shoot. Will it hold for at least a week? Hello? and will hold at least for a week. What about a month? Well, it will at least hold for a week. Um, so yeah, there's a choice, and I just saw a journal again. Someone writing down things. It feels like almost like a dream. Like I'm seeing vision board, dreams, goal sheet. Really start to look at where it is that you desire to go in your life and think about the actions. Even if you don't understand like fully how you're going to get there, you don't need to map all of that out, but at least sit down with yourself and look at it as where you truly want to be in your life. When it comes to, it could be career, it could be finances, it could be relationships, it could be your mental state, like waking up feeling like joy in your heart or peace, or just having so much peace in your life you don't have unnecessary drama or obsessive thoughts. You have so much clarity. You're so grounded within yourself and knowing who you are. You're so solidified in who you truly are. It could even be like that. It could be all of it. And think about how you want to feel. That's a part of it too. Think about how you desire to feel, not just what you desire it to look like or what you want, but how you desire to feel within your whole being and your body. Okay? You're complete. I'm feeling. Are we ready for mop up? Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so can we go ahead and start the mop up, please? And thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. What level are those watching this is meant for? Soul et. Is that the minimum new paradigm? Yes. Awesome. Does everyone high self agree that this is complete? Does everyone's soul agree that this is complete? No. Can we please clear? Oh, whatever we need to clear, transmute, so that everyone's soul can agree that this is complete. Yes, it's time. I'm running out of energy. I'm tired. Sometimes clearing definitely can take a bit out, and I need to eat something, put something in my system to replenish. Thank you. Is this complete all the way to spirit? Oh yeah, and then just to confirm, does the soul agree that this is complete? Yes. Now we're gonna go ahead and download the soul qualities of chart 2 and 6B along with the power codes, power symbol, and 100% meaning of life. And let's also download a deeper sense of self love, self nourishment, self respect, self acceptance, yeah, and trust. Trust within oneself, trust within a journey, um, trust within moving forward, even into the unknown. Let's also download that too. Thank you. Are we ready to fully close? Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I close this session with love, giving thanks and gratitude to my high self, the high selves and souls of those that have chosen to come here to experience this healing and this work. And I release this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, with blessings. Thank you. That's complete. I will say too, SRT is not an energy system that is well known as much so as like Reiki or Theta healing or other type forms of energy healing. Um, it's definitely not as well known. So those that are called here, which I'm kind of quoting something that someone else said, which I'm kind of learning it to be true, really is for people who are really ready to shift deeply and internally within their being and energetically. I remember the first time. It's good. I had a little hot water to that though. It's gotten cold. I remember the first time I experienced SRT. I didn't know what was happening. I joined this group. It was like this wealthy woman's event thing online, and I was washing the dishes as I was listening to someone talk. and she brought on someone to help to kind of like open the space for part of this event that was going to be going on for 3 or 4 days. And she started talking. She mentioned SRT. I'm like, oh, look at this. I'm just listening. And I just started crying. I'm like, what is going on? And so she had started channeling SRT and some other stuff. And then so that's how I originally found out about it. I think it was back in the end of 23. Maybe. I don't think it was 22. I don't know. At this point, I've kind of trained in so many things. I don't remember all the times, but I think it was the end of 2023. No, I think it was the end of 22 because it was before the year of my accident. Might have been the end of 22. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, I started becoming so interested in it. So I learned about it because I've already like been trained in Reiki, been doing Reiki and then other stuff, sound healing and somatic work for a long time. So it was just like, oh, what is this thing? So I received like the online SRT sessions for over a year regularly through Caroline Cousins, who I mentioned. She does geared ones. Move my foot up. Sessions on YouTube. She also offers personal sessions, and then she doesn't teach it, but she recommended someone. So, and then I also went through someone else. The name is escaping me right now, so I'm guessing it's not meant for me to bring it up right now. But someone else, and then eventually I decided to get trained in it, and yeah, that was a potent, powerful time. So yeah, so now I'm able to do it. And my trainer, Malabika Shaw, she's been doing it for decades, pretty much doing it and teaching it. So I did my personal sessions through her, one before I started my training, and then we got one included inside of our training too. So for a personal session, on top of all the work we were already doing as a group, practicing and clearing and all of that. So yeah, it's not when you're called to SRT, that means that you're ready for some deep shifts within your life, like deep energetic shifts. Even if you don't see it all that's going on, even in the higher realms and other things too. But anyway, let's move on to the cards. So like I said, I am pretty hungry and make sure I honor this. Or actually, we can put this down. So we have a self-care deck. Okay, let's pull to see based on what forms of self-care can the people for this clearing possibly utilize to help them integrate what was done. We're going to play around with some different methods. I play around with different methods of picking cards. Really depends on what I'm feeling. There you are. Doo-doo-doo. Possibly this one and this one. And maybe that one. We'll see if it comes up because I got some other decks to go through too. So, first is you. Family. Yeah, lean on your support system. I'm seeing someone reconnecting that maybe they haven't spoken to a certain family member in a long time. I don't know what it is. I'm hearing purse strings. I don't know what this is for. Purse strings like money, but I don't. Maybe there's someone who needs to get out of a certain situation. And to do that, they might need to lean on their family, even because maybe they're not able to financially get out of this situation on their own. So maybe they need to temporarily seek support from family, whether staying with them or even like financial support and help that they're able to receive in a healthy way. Um, now this energy that's coming up, it feels almost like a continuation of what I was talking about from last night. It was someone that is maybe in a situation that's not the does not feel the safest possibly, and it was like also like calling in your friends, but it's like maybe two to get out of this, or maybe it's just related to someone too. I'll bring up kind of what was happening, so maybe this is a different person with a similar situation. Maybe someone's in a relationship or in close proximity to someone that they don't feel the safest to speak their truth, to honor themselves. Maybe this person has started to isolate them from their family, from other people in their life. And what came up was maybe you host a gathering. The gathering can be, hey, let's air quotes, I am organizing a book club. I have not seen my friends in a minute. Like make it sound reasonable and good. So much so that this person feels okay to let you do this, and maybe utilize them for support. Again, I am not telling you what to do. This is not the intention is not to put you in any harmful situations or anything like that. And I am not a licensed professional in any way, shape, or form as far as relevant to this, as far as medical professional or financial. So do what feels right for you. Don't put yourself in harm's way to do something. Sometimes some things have to take time and we need to carefully plan them out. So this is a little bit more of a serious topic that's coming up. So yeah, but so maybe yeah, if you need to do that and utilize the book club or whatever as a way to discreetly speak your needs and seeking support. And part of that too could be maybe leaning on family to change situations or get out of a situation. There are always hotlines too for people that need support in different ways. Honor yourself. And if it's ever a point where you feel like you're in trouble, um, as much as possible, reach out and call for help. And I'm just sending some support, some Reiki energy like I did last night for those that this might be for, just so that to help them as far as safety, protection, and discernment, and knowing when is the right time to make a move, whatever that move may be for you. Chakra. Say again. I'm just in. You're worthy of feeling safe. You're worthy of being safe in a safe environment with someone that honors you and cherishes you. So, okay. Isn't that connection allowing you to receive that? This one. Positive affirmations. I'm just hearing mirror magic, honestly. This is what I keep hearing and seeing. Someone doing a little mirror magic to reflect the positivity back to themselves, to their heart, to see how beautiful and wonderful and magical they are. To maybe open up their heart space a little bit that's been closed off from pain or feeling disappointed by others. Start with yourself. Kind of like I was talking earlier. Start with yourself. Speak positive words into yourself and allow yourself to shift and change. And my attention is being called to this number 41, which goes into 5, which 5 is the number of change. It also can be a number like the 5 of Pentacles where you're looking at the negative, but it's also a possibility for change too. So allow yourself to shift and change. Start with yourself, honoring yourself. Fire burning ritual. Is this a continuation of last night? Not completely. Okay, is this for someone different from last night? Yes and no. Okay. What comes through now for this? I'm getting a different message. Okay. I'm being pulled to this. It's like trash, burn it all away, burn it down. Like, it don't necessarily have to physically burn things down. But really unburden yourself. I'm literally seeing how someone lights a house on fire and they walk away as it burns down. It's maybe a part of you, and I'm not suggesting physically do this, but it's sometimes we need a total reset. This could be a continuation of what I was talking about for the person, but sometimes we need a total reset, and sometimes that requires actually letting a bridge and a connection burn totally and trusting it. So yeah, and I'm seeing a couple arguing. Feels like it's relationship based too. And now my attention is being called to this person. I literally saw a flash of someone like in a yoga suit, like a physical person, almost like they're in a new space. They're sitting down, meditating with the sunlight shining through their window, and like almost just in their living room, or it's like a hardwood floor. And it's like, I did that. And they're starting over, and they have so much more peace in their life. They're so much more peaceful. They're so much more happy and content with their life. Oh my goodness, it makes me like I want to cry a little bit. This is yeah. Someone's been called to really allow yourself to start over, to reset, because you're going to be so much more peaceful. You're going to feel peace. You're going to embody it more and contentness in your life. Spend time with animals. I feel like these two together. Spend time with animals and rest. It's making me think back to my little Bookie boy I used to have, my cat, and she used to like lay in bed with me. Like, yeah. Allow your animal companions to help soothe you and help nourish you and create safety. Maybe somebody might be invited to get a little fur baby companion so that they can help comfort them. Is that it for the self-care cards? I feel like, oh, that's so funny the way they say that. It's like rapid fire. I feel like there's 2 or 3 more. It's not a big message, but it's like, because we got some other cards to get through. All right, bottom of the deck. Ground yourself. Meditate. Being called to this feels like a lotus flower, pulling yourself through the mud. On the other end, you have so much beauty and strength and intuition. Honor your own knowing and your divine femininity. Give yourself a chance. Okay, which one of these? I have 2 more decks. I'm going to go ahead and pull from them because why not? This one first. Okay. This is kind of like one of my Ayurveda decks. Like I told you, I was trained in Ayurveda, which is an ancient Indian system of healing that's been around for a long time. I've always felt connected to it, even since like Indian culture, even since I was a child. Okay, what do we have? We're gonna try not to, because we're already hour 15, and I gotta get some food soon. And then get some more work done. I absolutely love this deck. Um, I might do a deck video. Like I said, I haven't posted any more pre-made videos yet. I'm gonna start working on that for like my intuition practices and stuff. I just really was called to do some live videos because I've been resisting it for a while, being seen in my gifts and even not showing up perfectly, and just letting and trusting that the message, showing up knowing that the mission, the purpose is bigger than me and my ego. That's just the truth. A lot of times we hold ourselves back because of fear of how's it going to look, or if we even figuring out our way, because I'm still figuring out my format for how I want to do these videos, and it's going to continue to shift. Like, I have some other ideas for lives that I'll probably do too. So, well, not probably, I will do. Dedicated awareness. Look how beautiful that card is. Dedicated awareness to what we put into our bodies. And look how beautifully it's placed too. It's like aesthetics. You have like some nourishing things too to drink. In Ayurveda, typically it's suggested not to drink liquids when you eat, just because it can dim the digestive fire from your stomach and your stomach acid. If you do choose to have a little bit to drink, typically like something that is warmer, not cold, and things like spice tea, or CCFT is a very popular drink, but also spice in Ayurvedic culture is cumin, coriander, and fennel. Fennel. It's a tri-doshic drink. Tri-doshic. The doshas basically are like energetic signatures that we all have, and we all have them in different degrees, so to speak. But the CCFT, it basically is good for everybody. Sometimes you might need to shift how much you do with everything, but you can literally start with the same amount as a basic structure. Um, like maybe a tablespoon of cumin, coriander, and fennel, all put them together, and you could let it sit in your water. But since they are hard spices, making a decoction is more powerful. A decoction is basically when you take like something and you simmer it in water. So instead of like an infusion where you might take hot water and put the herbs and let it sit, a decoction is better for like barks and harder things like the spices and stuff, like peppercorns or like cumin, like the seeds, basically. And you would basically simmer it for about 15 minutes. And yeah, you can strain it, or you can drink it and just spit out the seeds. You can eat the seeds. But yeah, just start simple if you're not used to it though. Start with a little amount, but you can drink a little bit of that warm when you eat if you choose to. But yes, and enjoy the aesthetics too of how you eat. Make it, take time to make it beautiful serving um that looks pleasant to the eyes too. So, seasonal connection. My attention is being pulled to this, and then it's making me see it like on the womb, like the belly button, the navel. Um, so like you. That came up last night, but it feels different. It's like something like starlight, star bright, Chiron. Okay. There's an invitation, multiples, to as you enjoy your meals, to maybe not eat things that are as heavy, and also to have things that are a little bit more cleansing, like it feels like an emptying out process, to lighten your load even internally, but also to honor the seasons. Like in Ayurveda, sometimes we eat according to the seasons. So say like in summertime when it's hotter, we might have more cooling things, and we eat a lot lighter, just because there's so much heat already going around. Wintertime, because it's so cold and damp, we might have things that are a little bit more grounded and nourishing, like root vegetables, or you might have things that are warming to, like spiced tea, or just ginger tea, or whatever the case may be. Is springtime is a great time for detoxing, um, detoxing the system. And which one am I missing? Autumn is kind of like a general nice type season, kind of blend. But it still depends on your body. So honor your body's seasons. Okay, now it's feeling like hormonal, seasonal things too. So honor your own flow. Some people, during certain times of the month and our phases, our hormones shift. So there might be times of the month where we're more energetic, where we're more just like, I just want to sleep. Where we're more just like, let's just slow down. Sometimes it might be a little bit more irritable. Whatever the case may be, it looks different for everybody. Honor your bodies and your seasons, and maybe try to start to move things around based on that. Like, if during this time of the month you usually don't feel like doing anything, don't try to schedule, if possible, a lot of stuff around that time so you can really honor yourself and rest more. Essential aromas. I'm literally seeing somebody going into a field of flowers and smelling them, and maybe even bringing some edible flowers to make like a salad or a tea, or bathing in. Start to work with the plants, safe plants. Start to work with the plants more in your daily life, and spending time in nature. Stoke the fire. Feels like the same thing. And soul connection. Feels like the same thing when I mentioned about the Agni. That was called Agni. I don't know why I said Agni. Agni. It's like your digestive fire in your gut. Stoke the fire. It feels like going back to that, but it also I'm seeing soul purpose or purpose. So what is calling to you? Even as I'm moving, it literally is like I'm seeing a galaxy right now. What is calling to you? It feels like it lights your soul on fire. It feels like it just brings so much energy and vitality to you to do. There's a call to explore that. I'm not going to. I'm a little too deep. Like I said, I'm a little too sleepy. Oh, that's one. Oh, and this is my Star Seeds deck. Well, the first thing that popped out was strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. One or two more. Okay. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You're ready for this. And finally, we're not doing all of them. Don't feel like all of them. Hey, just this one. Intuition. Trust your intuition that has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. I saw one that popped out. It didn't pop out, but when I was shuffling it, it said choice. Make a choice too. That word came. Make a choice. Because ultimately that's what it comes down to. Sometimes easier said than done. Someone who knows that very much. But yeah, still make a choice, a decision. Put that intention out there into the universe. Even if it's like you don't know how you're going to do it, or if you don't feel strong enough, or whatever the case may be, is literally ask for support from your team, from the universe, from the divine. Ask them for your support. For their support in what it is that you desire to do. And yes, not everything is meant to work out how we desire it. Sometimes that is a form of protection, choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. So, yeah, I am complete. So I trust this will be received by who it is meant to. Blessings.